A word or two about the hubs, actually a few words about the hubs. I mentioned that there are 10 hubs that have been set up across 7 regions. So there are 7 regions and then 3 what we called sub-hubs, which are really now taking on broader responsibilities, one dealing with forestry systems in the north, in the Caribbean, and in California. So we have the capacity now to reach pretty much across the country in terms of providing applied climate services through our agencies, offices, and programs. So the vision of the HUBS program was to create agriculture and natural resource systems that are resilient to climate change and can thrive under a changing climate system. And to do that, the hubs can't work alone. That it's basically integrating climate change into our programs, into our technical capacities, and providing support for our resource managers and program managers across the country. You can think of the hubs as a meeting place. It's a place regionally for our programs to get together with experts. We can provide a conduit to get the latest information from NOAA, from state climatologists. We can facilitate work that goes on with the states and with farm groups and commodity organizations and conservation groups. It's really designed as a resource for our programs to help with our mission. So say within a state or within a region, there's a regional conservation priority, and the conservation managers are interested in how climate change is going to cause existing or exacerbate some risks. Or say the Forest Service within a particular region is concerned about changes in pest distributions or changes in fire risk. The hubs can provide strategic analysis, assessment, technical support to help our programs actually address those questions in the field. We do have a formal agreement with Cooperative Extension that was penned back in November of 2014. We have an MOU in place. We're very interested within each of our hubs of building an effective network that includes the technical staff from Extension, working with each of the land-grant universities and USDA-related universities on things like K-12 education, working with future farmers, but then also providing the technical support that our farmers, ranchers, rural landowners, and rural communities need. So if you think about, where farmers go to get their decisions and decision support, in some regions of the country it may be Extension. In others it might be certified crop consultants or folks from industry. For some questions it might be the state climatologist or folks either in the university system or FSA or one of the USDA offices. The hubs are trying to bridge the gap between all of these groups and making sure that there's some climate literacy out there in all of these organizations and all of these individuals, but then also, to the extent possible, they're coordinated in addressing these issues as they relate to climate change. We have a lot of resources available, and I'm not going to go through them in any detail. You can go to our website and find links to what we call the tool shed, which has things like tools that can help with drought management, looking at changes in growing season, the kind of specific tools that farmers, ranchers, and program managers need at the field level. We have technical materials that would be useful for Extension. These materials are designed more for a professional audience to work with farmers. We have an adaptation handbook. And then we also provide both technical manuals and workshops and training opportunities on things like drought, changes in fire. And this is a good example of work that the hubs are doing in joint cooperation with the Forest Service on regional drought.